out at $0 by just jumping into this mastermind. So Matt, maybe if you want to share a little bit about your business and how you, in a brief sense, kind of how you got there, and an overview of kind of where you're at now and what you're doing, and then we'll let Dale do the same thing. So Matt, if you want to take it away.
Sure thing, Tom. Thanks. So the one thing that I've done really, really well, and I'm very proud of, is that I followed the process, and I continue to follow the process and the system that David has laid out for us. So it doesn't really matter where I was before or where I'm at now financially or what have you. There would be no business if it wasn't for our system that we have in place. And, you know, some people get distracted quite often, and I just have had this really good ability to not get distracted. And I think David said it really early on, and it just kind of stuck with me. And what he said was, you beat one drum, and you beat that same drum every single day, day in and day out, and day in and day out, until you get to where you want to go. And once you've gotten there, then you can start looking around at other things and other tools and other things you could sell on top of the business. When I came into the Local Marketing Genius family, Tom is right. I had no customers paying me on a recurring basis, zero. I actually didn't even know that recurring was something that we could do. I was selling videos, one-off here and there, for people to put on their websites. And, you know, I got one really big client, and I sold a video for $20,000, but, you know, it's kind of like a big website that you sell for $10,000. Once that website's done, you got to go out and find another website to sell to make some money. So David kind of really hammered it home with the, you know, you want to have a product that's easy to sell, easy to fulfill, and it pays you residually. And I just fell in love with that concept, that cash flow concept. And back when I came in, it was the Google Hangout was what we were selling. And we weren't even selling it. I think I was giving them away. And then from the building a relationship and doing an interview with somebody, it's the same thing as an expose for those that don't know, except it's a little more raw. From spending that time with the business owner on doing the interview in the Google Hangout, we would then pitch them reputation. And then from reputation, they would go up and up and up, and just selling more stuff. Right before the call, I was talking with Dale about a dentist. And my first big paying client, and he's still with me, he's my highest paying client, he came in to the fold with, did a Google Hangout with him. It just, to this day, it fascinates me, this system and this process. If we just follow it, what can happen? It's like magic. So I did a Google Hangout interview with him. You can still see it online. It's still, I don't know if it still brings him business or not, because we're doing so many other things, like killing it for him with reputation and SEO and stuff like that. But that one Google Hangout video, he gave me a shot with it. We built rapport. We built a relationship, and he's now not only a customer, he's a friend. And I've got this dentist friend, customer, who pays me over $5,000 a month, plus participation fee in his business if it hits certain milestones financially, which it does. So it's a fantastic system. It's a fantastic story of what I've been able to do. I'm not, it wasn't necessarily a rags to riches story, but I definitely did want to be an entrepreneur on my own. I was an employee working in the television industry for 20 years as a TV editor and producer in Los Angeles. I made good money, and I just wanted to spend time with my family more and do the laptop lifestyle, as we say. And I took all of my savings and I kind of lived on it for a year and a half and didn't have any recurring customers to show for it until one day I just jumped in, feet first into Local Marketing Genius, no customers, and now I've got a $500,000 business that I can honestly say it's because of this system, this process, and our tools. So that's my story in a nutshell. Yeah, I'm here to answer questions and also to hopefully help other people do the same, if not better than me.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, no, thanks for sharing, Matt. We'll jump back to you in a few minutes. Dale, do you want to maybe share a little bit about where you're at in your company and a little bit of the history that you've gone through to get to where you're at?
Sure. And Matt, I really appreciate you sharing that. That's a great story to encourage people, including myself. So, yeah, our history, my son and I work this business together, Jared, and he's a huge part of our success and does all kinds of things in it. I just kind of sit here and come up with ideas and do what he tells me most of the time. But yeah, we've been in the mastermind for many sessions, and when we first started, we had a couple of big clients that took care of us really well. But the problem with those big clients are sometimes they quit. They disappear on you. And, that's what happened. One day we got lost. We got a call. We lost our best client with no notice. And fortunately, at that time, we quickly picked up another client through the process that we had in place, but we didn't really learn our lesson. Same thing happened again with them. And so we decided that it would be better to have several small clients. And we started using David's system to do that, but we still didn't really focus. We went off in several different directions. We just basically had another train wreck. In fact, we almost went under because we weren't staying focused. So, Matt, what you were talking about on staying focused and staying with the system, I can attest to that. Jared can attest to that. If you don't, there's a good chance that you'll run into trouble. And I say that to say this. The key to being successful in this mastermind is really to follow the system, just like Matt said. Stay laser focused and really, really stay focused. And in my opinion, is it easy to stay focused? No. It takes a lot of effort, but you can do it, and you really must do it to be successful. And we're still struggling, just to be completely open. We're still struggling with staying focused, although it's not as bad as it used to be. Today we have a different set of challenges from our perspective. We have a sense of, I believe a sense of urgency issue, and that's costing the company a lot of money. And I'm going to be real open here and kind of vulnerable to everybody at this point. This morning when we were listening to the advanced training, I slacked Jared a message. I sent it over to him during the training, and here's what I said. I said, there's something that we must really remind ourselves of each day. Every day that we let pass, that we're not closing a monthly service or with one of our clients or a Trust Trigger client is costing us tremendously. And an example of that, you could take one $600 a month upgrade as an example, or a new close. And if that equals $20 a day, and it's lost, you can never get that back. So if you wait, every day you wait, you're costing yourself money. And, this is why that I feel we must really prioritize each day and speak with the decision maker about a monthly service. And that sense of urgency on our end is something that I really feel is not optional anymore. And, I feel that he and I need to do daily huddles for ourselves, as well as we already do with our sales team, our lead gen team, to be accountable for each other. And so that's some of the things that we went through. Have we improved with this, with time? Of course, we've improved. The company has, I think we have 15 or so monthly clients right now. Since March 1st, by following the process, we closed, I think, 15 or 16 trust triggers and, a few core offerings. And then we're building on those numbers. So, just this week has been successful, as Matt and I were talking before the training. I just got off the phone with a top doc in a large metropolitan area and closed him on an expose, and he's super excited about it. So, yeah, that's where we're at.
And then I kind of wanted to ask you and Matt how you guys are working on your product stack. So I know that both of you lead with video up front, and then you usually upsell to a reputation package. But what's kind of the roadmap of your upsell sequence look like in terms of going from one product to the other? If you're starting them on video, are you then moving them to a residual video and then moving them to a reputation package and then social covers and so on? Or what is kind of the roadmap of your upsell sequence that both of you are doing? Like Matt, how did you get that initial dentist from the old Hangout videos to where he's at now at the $5,000 or $6,000 a month client he's at, and what services make up that?
Yeah, sure thing. That's okay. So the core offer is either the reputation marketing package or the 10x retargeting funnel, the new one, the 6-month, $3.99 a month. Those are my two core offers. I sell that to them right after I sell the trust trigger to them. Now, about a month or 2 months or even 3 months after I do that first initial core offer, that $400 to $600 a month package, I then go in with my marketing package. So in Ryan Deiss terms, he calls it the profit maximizer. And we're basically following a very similar system as well. There's one level above our core offer, which is somewhere between $400 and $600. You need to get them on I guess what we're doing is stacking now, Tom, but what I was doing before stacking, like ratcheting them up, is I would go right for a $1,500 to $2,500 a month package after the core offer. So I'd say, hey, Mr. Doctor, look at all these great 50 reviews I've gotten you in the past 2 or 3 months. Now you need to do some traffic, right? We need to do some SEO, and we need to do some more videos or whatever my bundles are at the time. And I've got preset packages in place that seem to constantly be changing, but that's the path. So the system is, the free lead magnet. And sorry if my quality is not that good, guys. So first is the free lead magnet, then the $2.99 trust trigger. Right now, my trust trigger I'm leading with is the banner ads, the Ad Kahuna, and then I go into the 10x retargeting funnel or the reputation, depending on if they've got really bad reviews or not. And then after that, I upsell them into one of my packages.
And when you say you're upselling them to your monthly reputation, that $400 monthly reputation, what is that comprised of? Is it monitoring and alerts and review page, or are you also doing feedback campaigns and all of that for the $400 a month also? What does your reputation package look like?
I've got three levels of reputation, and this used to be my end all be all core offer until I changed it and added more services. I've got the $495 level, and that's what a lot of people seem to take me up on. I've also got the $695 level, and then I've got the $795 level, and each one of them basically at the first level. At the $500 a month level, you can have either rep videos with that, or you can have the feedback CRM, or you can have the sign-in form. And then at the $695 level, you can have two of those three. So you can have the sign-in form and the feedback CRM, or you can have the rep video. So, and at the $795 level, you just get all three of those: the rep video, and the sign-in form, and the feedback CRM. And I just those are the three things that I vary.
Good stuff. And then someone asked, what's that $2,500 package? What's your end-all be-all package now?
It's traffic, so organic traffic as well as paid traffic, and I use outsourcing companies to do that, and the reputation as well as video marketing, and it's just more of the stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really what it is. It's just traffic on top of, remember, guys, the first thing you have to build is that reputation. That's our foundation. If they don't have a good reputation, you can't really do anything with them. So I always go to reputation first, and it's just so great to get results for them quickly. with our system.
Yeah, and you build that rapport and trust to, for them to want to come back for more stuff. So that's great feedback. Dale, same question. What is your kind of product roadmap look like in terms of what you're stacking?
Sometime tomorrow.
Sure. So that is the area that we're really another area that we're really beefing up, because right now our stack is expose, our trust trigger is expose, and then we go for the core offering, the monthly reputation, and we've been horrible about doing upselling and things like that. I shouldn't say horrible. We haven't done it. And in all honesty, that is probably why we're not a lot closer or a lot farther along than we would like to be income-wise, is because we haven't been stacking. Now, here about, I think, 10 days ago, Jared, he did call one of our current clients and went with the 10 times retargeting. The guy was, stoked about that. He signed up for it. And that was really a good boost for us, especially for Jared's confidence, because, hearing other people say, hey, it works, is one thing, but when you get on and you call your very first person, it was the very first client that he called to upsell like that, and the guy was like, yeah, sure, I want to hear more about this. I think he wanted to think about it overnight, and then if I'm remembering the way everything played out, the next day or two, he went ahead and signed up. Plus, that client also has a second location that they just opened up, so we also ended up upselling that one to a second location with RK, and then we'll keep moving on that. But yeah, the stacking, we both see that is really the only way to grow and take your business to the next level. And once this week, we're finishing up our touches on our lead gen process, and next week we're going to be working diligently on stacking offers, both not only for current clients, but also like Dirk's doing for outbound marketing.
Great stuff, guys. We're running out of time here, so I want to open it up for maybe like 7 to 10 minutes tops of some Q&A. So I'm trying to answer your questions as we go along. But anything else that you guys have, feel free to throw it in the question box here. And as we have Matt and